quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets up. Oh,
down.
Watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Welcome to this PX1 Sports presentation of the Collegiate Football Simulation League on YouTube. We are live from Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. And tonight it plays host to what has become known as the Smith Bowl. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the Florida Gators. Hello everyone, Nate Murphy and Caleb Allen with you once again. And Caleb, both teams come into this game 1-1, but the story is all about the Cardiac Cats, back-to-back double overtime games for Penn State to start the season.
And it'll be interesting to see if we get 3 straight. Obviously, we know you look at the sports book, it's heavy to Penn State. But the Smith Bowl, anything can happen on any given game.
Yeah, and we were already told pre-production not to jinx it and shoot for double overtime. But who knows in this league? If it's happened twice, why not a third straight week? And here we go, Penn State with the football. Apollo Papadaki leading his offense out for the first play of the game. And this one thrown underneath, and that is complete. It is Cyrus Sapp in traffic with the catch and a gain of 7.
Cyrus Sapp is having an outstanding start to the season, leading this team in yards thus far. We'll see if he can continue that streak tonight.
Pistol set. They're going to turn and hand this one off, and Richard Williams II is hit and dropped. Cutter catch, and that is going to be a matchup we're going to have to keep an eye on all night long.
It's going to be a fun one. Penn State wants to get Richard Williams more involved. That's what Travis told me when I talked to him pre-game. Cutter Cash is one of the best tacklers. We'll see how that matchup develops throughout.
Cash won that one, and now Williams, Cash got that one again as he comes flying in, and Williams once again only back to the line of scrimmage. 3 plays for Penn State, 3 tackles for Cutter Cash.
Cutter Cash is all over already. I know just one drive, but when you can open the game getting all 3 tackles, 1 for a loss, that's one great way to start a night.
And Penn State goes 3 and out on their first drive. Tyrone White, 12-yard return, and that brings out senior quarterback Bear Michaels leading this Gator offense and looking for a big play to start things off. Fully loaded shotgun set here for the Gators. They'll go play action, and Michaels throws this one into the flat, and that was dangerous.
It very much was. It was Grayson James who was in coverage. When I talked to Adam, he said protecting the ball is huge against this defense. We'll see how Bear Michaels responds.
Michaels dumps this one underneath. Open receiver. It is caught and completed for a 9-yard gain to Cullen Fletcher. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Great catch. Great job by Tyler Lee, this junior linebacker, to get out there quickly to prevent the first down, giving Penn State the chance to get off the field early.
See if they go to Keith Smith here. He's the deep back. He's got it stretching far side, first down, and give him the midfield stripe. Gain of 4, and the Gators will keep this drive going.
And it was Slade, the man out of Gainesville, Florida, the defensive end who made first contact on Smith on that run.
Offset eye again, and they go right back to Smith, and he's got the first down and more as he is inside Penn State territory down to the 36-yard line.
Carlos Rooks on the tackle. He may lead this team in interceptions, but he's proving right there he can tackle as well.
Leads the entire league, I believe, with 3 interceptions coming into tonight. 1st and 10 Gators. Michaels checking something at the line of scrimmage. He's going to look and throw across the middle. That is complete. First down yardage once again down to the 25. This time it's Mario Taylor.
Great catch. Barry Graves was the one on the tackle there, but great job by Taylor to get that first down and keep these chains moving for what has been a good opening drive for Florida.
Offset eye once again, and Smith this time hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. They will give him forward progress for a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And it was the senior Riker Repko who got off his block to stop that run dead in its tracks before any traction could be gained.
And now Michaels looking on 2nd down under pressure, and they will rule that incomplete. Able to get the arm going forward before Amari Slade with the hit.
And it was a great job by Slade to generate that pressure. That's how you force these turnovers that Penn State has been so good at forcing.
3rd down and 9. And this one thrown into the back corner of the end zone and incomplete. Yaya Blackburn was there to knock it away.
And again, Slade generated great pressure, pushing the right tackle into the lap of Michaels, forcing that ball out probably a tad earlier than wished.
And this is Annie Range from 42 yards out, and it is good. 6:14 to go in the first quarter, and Florida draws first blood against number 6 Penn State. It's 3-0. And now Penn State getting ready to start their second drive. And Caleb, they really had absolutely nothing going on drive number 1. They went 3 and out. Cutter Cash saw to that very quickly.
Cutter Cash himself did. And I think the answer is in that itself. Stay away from Cutter Cash. He's proven to be the guy who's going to make plays for Florida tonight. He's been the guy on defense all year for Florida. Play away from Cash.
They will throw it here, and they come across the middle, and that one is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Just couldn't haul it in, had a defender trailing, had a guy coming out in front who was going to blast him on that catch. I understand it.
They'll go play action again here, and Papadaki looking far side open receiver this time, and that is hauled in. Otis Boudreaux with the catch. It'll be a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Great catch by Boudreaux to get past the chains, understands how important that first down is for Penn State just to start gaining this momentum.
And now on 1st down, ball just short of the 40 at the Penn State 39. This one pushed across the middle of the field. Boudreaux again for a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Boudreaux is wanting to get active very early in this game. 3 completions thrown by Papadaki, 2 of which to Boudreaux, the junior, who is looking to continue to build off of what has been a great start early on for him.
And guess who made the tackle on that one as he comes across the middle? It was Cutter Cash once again. 2nd down and 4 now for the Nittany Lions. They go play fake here, and Papadaki fires this one into traffic, intercepted. And now can they get a return going to the 41-yard line? And that is as far as the Gators will get. But Kai Jordan ends the second Penn State drive.
And there's a great job by Kai Jordan, who gets his 3rd INT on the season. He saw that pass, he read the eyes of Papadaki, and jumped the dreaded corner route that defenses fear week in and week out, and said, we can actually guard it, go somewhere else.
Papadaki didn't put enough under that ball, and now 1st and 10 in plus territory. Michaels under center, draw play. Smith hit and dropped. He will go nowhere. Cletus Jackson comes in and makes the play.
Big Cletus Jackson, standing at 6'5", 395, sheds his block and gets the TFL quickly. His 3rd TFL so far this season.
And we tick down towards 5 to go here in the first quarter. Florida on their 2nd possession. Draw play here. Smith with a hurdle, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage. That is it. Nowhere to go. Grayson James on the stop.
And they're going to credit him a TFL on that play. Great job by this entire defense swarming, the secondary getting involved in the tackling.
3rd and long here, and Michaels underneath into traffic, batted around, incomplete. Dangerous throw, almost gave it right back.
And it is a very dangerous game, especially against Penn State. I believe it was Barry Graves who was there. And when you give these guys a chance to force a turnover, they typically come up with it. That's the 2nd failed opportunity Penn State has had. I would not keep testing my luck here.
That is awfully close to the sideline there. I don't know if it hit on the sideline. Did it get through the end zone? But I think we've got a for the brand moment here. It looks like Penn State's starting to line it. Oh, my goodness. That is the definition of for the brand. Now, it is safety watch right now, and they got him. Richard Williams will not get out of the backfield or out of the end zone. Joe Wayne puts Florida on top 5-0.
And Joe Wayne just came unblocked, which you cannot have in that situation if you're Penn State. You have to get a body on a body because that's a guaranteed 2 points for Florida if you do not block everyone up front. Make a linebacker or corner make that tackle, not the big defensive lineman.
And now a short return, but Florida in a position to now get 7 right on top of that 2 points that their defense just earned them. And that would be big here as they've got early momentum at home against Penn State. Now a little split back formation here, and Smith up the middle. He'll bounce around and pick up just a yard.
There's great team tackling by Penn State. Everyone is just swarming into that backfield, wanting to make them throw the ball, knowing this secondary is when they gain possessions.
And now toss played near side. Smith trying to catch the edge and nothing doing. Great job by Penn State swarming to the football. Tyler Lee gets there to make the stop in the backfield.
Great tackle by the junior, found the angle that Smith wanted to take and just took it away, saying either cut it back into the defense or try to beat me outside, and he was not beating him outside.
Now 3rd and 11. Going to try and set up the screen, and I don't think that one's going to work. Although Smith does slip a tackle, he's still going to lose 2 yards, and Florida has to punt it away on the 3 and out.
Valen Nelson read that to perfection, saw the screen, realized it was far too easy, and just followed Smith, knowing he would be the play this defense needed to get off the field and just do plays.
And now good field position after Derek Tulliver's 12-yard return puts Penn State at the 40. But Penn State has been stuck in reverse most of this ball game offensively. Papadaki and Richard Williams really have to get something going, Caleb.
They absolutely do. And I don't know if it's through this run game or you start to see Knight Rowe, Boudreaux, and Sapp take more priority in the passing game.
Press coverage on the outside. Let's see if they take a shot here. They will look to throw, and they will come across the middle. That is caught by Sean Griffith, but how in the world does he hold on to that?
That was a great catch by the 3-star. I thought that was pick risk, if anything, but great concentration to see the ball all the way through. He had a big game last week, 7 for 43 and a touchdown, and already starting off fast with a great catch to start tonight.
2nd down and 2 tight ends in the formation. Papadaki had to throw that one quick. He's got Sapp, and Sapp's got some extra room fighting through defenders. Picks up 19 inside the 35-yard line.
Sapp understood how important every yard was in that situation. Had everyone there. Cash was the one who made Cash made final contact. But by then he had 19 yards and got them into plus territory in a great scoring position.
It feels like Cash already has double digits in tackles as often as we said his name. And Papadaki, a little rollout again. He's got an open receiver again. This time it's Jeff Macklin, 12 more yards and another 1st down.
Is this the part where I tell you it was Cash again on the tackle?
I don't know that you have to say it. I'm just going to assume it's only tackle number 5, but it really does feel like he's been around the football on every single play. And now Papadaki goes play fake and just launches that through the back of the end zone. You know, they say in Gaelic football, that's worth a point if you throw it through the uprights.
I mean, is that in the Smith Bowl rulebook? I haven't had the chance to go through all the custom rules they've made over the years. It might be in there somewhere.
That's just what Tony told me on a broadcast a long time ago, and Papadaki goes for it again. This defense for Florida is really batting down the hatches here once they've got near the 20-yard line.
Just giving Papadaki no time to throw, just getting rid of it, not wanting to risk negative situations here.
And now on 3rd down, they'll go to the screen. Williams not going to get there. Good open field tackle by, guess who? Cash got him again.
Cash. I mean, if it's at this point, if someone makes a tackle, it's Cash until proven otherwise. It's only his 6th tackle on the night, which is crazy to say, seeing how this is just the 3rd drive for Penn State. And 2 of those drives combined for a total of 4 offensive plays.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, and Angus Osborne puts that field goal up and good. So Penn State is on the board. And if you've got 5 and 3 in your Smith Bowl Square game tonight, you're hoping this last 2:15 goes by in a hurry, because it's 5-3. I don't know that I've ever said that score in a CFSL broadcast before, so that's a new one on me. But Florida's got this one back and looking for points in a hurry, and that one just takes off on Bear Michaels, and it's incomplete.
And it's probably for the better that was overthrown. You had 2 defenders right there. That's a dangerous throw. And I do have a Twitch update for you after this snap.
And we'll go with 4 wide receivers. Play fake here. Michaels looking, has time. He's going down the middle of the field, underthrown and knocked away by Von Ritchie.
Dangerous throw, but over on Tritz, Andre Johnson gets a 1-yard rushing touchdown. LSU takes the lead, going up 7-3, 1:51 left in the first quarter.
So LSU leading Oklahoma early in that one, and Florida leading early here, and they're going to pick up the first down. 3rd and long, and Keith Smith picks up 12 in the first down on the screen.
Great job by Keith Smith fighting. Raylan Nelson, I thought, had him again on the screen, but was able to shrug the big fella off him and get to that first down.
So first down now. Ball sitting just across the Gator 35-yard line. Toss play to Smith, tried to cut it inside, nothing doing, and tried to bounce it back out. And that's where he's hit and dropped after a gain of 1.
And there was Longmire on the tackle. Saw the pitch play, read it all the way, and took the chance.
2nd down and 9. 2-by-2 look here, and Michaels will set up, throw across the middle, quick slant, first down yardage to the midfield stripe goes Colby Coffey, 14 yards and a first down.
Good first down, good job by Bam Michaels to find his man to get past the sticks. This Florida offense has looked electric to start playing for Adam in the Smith Bowl.
1st and 10. Man in motion coming from right to left. Michaels looking, running out of time, takes a shot down the sideline into traffic, and Cullen Fletcher saves his quarterback.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. I keep saying don't give Penn State these chances to force the turnover, as they have forced it all year. And that is one of those throws where the coach is putting his hands on his head like, why? But is celebrating because that's a big first down for this Florida offense.
Yeah, that's one of those no, yes kind of throws. And it is now 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. This one dumped underneath open receiver. It's Aiden Bontrager, and he's got 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Good job to turn and just run with it. I believe it was Yaya Blackburn who ended up making the hit. It was, in fact, Blackburn, and he made sure it was known if you throw his way, he's going to deal a blow that you're not going to want to feel again.
So we'll see now, can Florida finish this drive with a touchdown? Up 5-3, 2nd and 2. And Michaels to the back corner of the end zone's got a man. It's Bontrager. Touchdown, Gators.
What a throw and what a way by Bam Michaels to read the field. Ran the play action, and Penn State bit just enough where Bontrager was able to sneak behind the defense into the back corner for a good 7.
So the extra point from range up and good. 33 seconds to play, first quarter, and it's Florida 12, Penn State 3. Now, we did just watch Penn State's offense on their last drive move it downfield, had their best possession of the night, and they're going to have pretty decent field position after the Grayson James return. They've got to find a way to get some bodies in front of Cutter Cash, because if not, he's going to have a career night in tackles.
He absolutely is, and he had a great week 1. So saying he's already going to have a career night is impressive for this young man. He had 8 last week, 14 week 1.
And this one thrown across the middle. He just added one more to his total tonight. Boudreaux with the catch, his 3rd, and it's good for a first down.
Credit to Boudreaux for holding on to that ball. Cutter Cash made it hard on Boudreaux to hold on to it.
So already halfway to his game 1 total, and it's just the first quarter. And this is Williams, and he is plowing through defenders. That is a hard-fought 3 yards, and that should close out our first quarter as Penn State comes to the line. They will not snap it. So quarter number 1 in the books in the swamp, and it's 12-3, Gators on top. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. And welcome back inside Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Penn State with the ball, getting quarter number 2 started, trying to get back into this ball game. Williams on the carry up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets it to midfield for a gain of 5.
And it was a great job. We're starting to, that's more of a run of the Richard Williams we're used to seeing, but Damon Riggs is the one who brought him down.
0 for 2 here on third down so far are the Nittany Lions. They're going to try and throw it quickly, complete, and first down and more. Otis Boudreaux gets 13 when they needed just 2.
Papadaki had instant pressure on him and understood he had to get rid of it and went to Boudreaux, his target he's very comfortable with, who was able to make the snag.
And now Papadaki towards the end zone. And boy, we've seen both quarterbacks now go in this direction where the ball has just taken off on them.
And I just think that just a little mistiming, maybe purposely overthrew it, not liking anything, and didn't want to risk an intentional grounding.
Not a ton of wind tonight, 57 degrees and a little bit cloudy, but a good night for football. Shouldn't affect kicking or the passing game. And this one thrown to the corner and ruled incomplete, out of bounds.
So close to a great completion, just couldn't quite, but ooh.
Well, they're going to take another look at it. It was close, but I thought he was out on first look. That's close.
It's very close. I can't tell if that looked.
And they are gonna say maybe that left foot's still down as he made that catch. And it is now 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Nittany Lions. Looking to get this game back to within 2. And Papadaki got a little lost right there. Maybe wanted to step back and throw it and then decided to take off again. And guess what? Cutter Cash is going to get another tackle.
And I call this the Cupid shuffle run. Hard step to the right like he's trying to dance. Cutter Cash just apparently doesn't like the Cupid shuffle.
Well, at this point, I don't know that Cutter Cash likes much of anything if it's wearing all white. And 2nd down and 11. Papadaki resets the hips, fires near side. That is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
Just didn't keep it with him. But over on Twitch, Cobra Carter with a 5-yard rush as LSU extends their lead 14-3, 7:39 left in the half.
And now on 3rd down, Papadaki finds a receiver. It's Mayo, but he steps out of bounds. And it'll be 4th and 4 for the Nittany Lions.
Just thrown too close to the sideline. Couldn't make anything work for it. Just made the kick a tad easier on Osborne.
Bit of an angle here for Osborne, but not much problems. Up and good. 7:29 left in the first half. It is Florida 12, Penn State 6. But defense for Penn State's got to come up with something because their offense, 2 good drives, the 2 good drives that they have had, they haven't finished with touchdowns. And Florida, they're scrapping, they're clawing, they're holding on right now here in the first half.
They are. It comes to one thing. They have to capitalize on these opportunities they're getting to take the ball away. They're weirdly missing on every interception attempt.
Now on the ground is Keith Smith, and he is hit and dropped. It'll be a loss of 2 thanks to Amari Slade.
Great job by Slade getting in almost a defensive-like stance on basketball and sliding with Smith to beat him to the spot.
And now on 2nd and 12, everybody tight to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go to that toss play once again and looking for yards. And initially those look like they've got some room, but Penn State too quick sideline to sideline.
Absolutely. And there's Repko, who was the first one there. It ended up being Longmire who finished it, but Repko's who initially slowed down Smith.
3rd and 12, and Michaels, he's going to take a shot, and again, it's knocked down. Carlos Rooks able to get a hand on that one and swat it away. So 3 and out go the Gators, and Penn State, they have not been successful on offense finishing drives, but one finish here, and they are suddenly in the lead for the first time.
Absolutely, and it's just great defense to get that ball on the ground. We'll see what Penn State is cooking up offensively to find the way to break through that barrier they have found themselves behind.
And I say that like Florida has been dominating offensively. You see the total yards. Penn State is actually outgaining Florida. Again, a couple of drives for Florida that have ended in some field goals. And they had one that ended in field goal. They did get the touchdown after the safety, but just defensive battle so far tonight. Knight Rowe trying to help into that as he picks up 8 on a quick in route.
Great job by Knight Rowe just finds the brick wall. Cutter Cash has been his 9th tackle already, and we're barely into the second quarter.
Now, we already talked about Cutter Cash's his career best he is a freshman. It was game one, 14 tackles to open his career. He is well on pace to break that, and Williams trying to get away. He cannot. He gets back to the line of scrimmage before Damon Riggs drops it.
That was a great combo by Craig Jones and the corner who came up to, I think it was Riggs, just bringing down Williams short of the first.
So now on 3rd and 1, big play here for Penn State. If they can convert, and Rowe able to tightrope the sideline and make the catch.
Great catch by Knight Rowe, and after this play, I have another Twitch update for you, Nate.
And can't wait to hear that as we get Penn State on the 1st and 10. Again, rolling out, and again, that comeback route down the sideline. And was it Rowe again? It was his 3rd catch on this drive.
Great catch. And over on Twitch, a 5-yard touchdown reception by Evan Shawn as OU cuts into LSU's lead 14-10, 5:56 left in the half.
Now Williams trying to get something going. Hit and dropped by Cutter Cash in the backfield. Already double-digit tackles for Cutter Cash.
So I'm going to put this number out there already because he's on pace to end up top 3 for Florida in a single game tackles is 18. The record is 21 tackles by Jaden Riley.
That's 2nd down and 11. Papadaki finds an open receiver. This time it's Sapp, and he's inside the 10. It's 17-yard gain, and it's 1st and goal.
Great job by Sapp to find the opening. Just gets defenders a little lost. Try to make a cut to gain more yards, but couldn't find the space. Trey Beckham going low on the big tight end to bring him down.
And I'm looking at a step further. The all-time record for tackles in a game is 24, set by Cameron Lawson back in season 2 for Ohio State. As this is Derek Tulliver trying to get to the end zone. He'll pick up 6 on the carry to be 2nd down and goal.
So close. It was Trey Beckham again making the touchdown-saving tackle. His 2nd touchdown-saving tackle on the drive.
And so now on 2nd and goal, a toss play to Williams. He's got the edge. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Great play call by Penn State. You think of Williams being a downfield attacker. They got him to the outside knowing that doesn't happen. And I believe they specifically went to the opposite side of Cutter Cash, knowing that's the guy who had the best chance of making this play for Florida.
And so now the extra point up and good. So Penn State with that extra point takes their first lead of the night with 4:43 to go in the first half. 13-12 Nittany Lions. And now if you're Florida, that momentum is now sitting on the opposite sideline. You've got to do something right here on this drive, Caleb, in my opinion, to try and steal it back, because you don't want Penn State to get this thing going like a snowball.
No, you don't. And it's on the shoulders of their senior quarterback, Bear Michaels. He needs to get that air attack back and rolling because the run game has not been too effective.
So 1st and 10. Michaels under center I formation. There's Smith. He's got it near side. He's got the 1st down, and he'll plow his way out near the 40-yard line to about the 39, and that is a 1st down.
Good run, proving me wrong on the run game. Grayson James came up with that tackle. The transfer from Texas.
And now on 1st down, they try and go right back to the run game. Tried to stretch it to the outside. Too much east-west, and Von Ritchie makes him pay.
Great by Von Ritchie, but over on Twitch, Lewis Faircloth caught a 35-yard touchdown. LSU extends the lead to go up 20-10, 4:28 left in the first half.
And now on 2nd down, they go to the toss play, trying the outside again, and again it will not work. Keith Smith will lose 2 more yards, and this time it's Yaya Blackburn.
Blackburn did a great job, and honestly, if I'm Florida, my adjustment at this point is get away from that pitch. It has not worked effectively in these 2nd down situations.
And now on 3rd and 16, Michaels on a little check down, and it's dropped and then intercepted. And Penn State, and look out if you're Florida, this is what we're talking about. There's that momentum, and it's Barry Graves, not really known for the hands, but he snags that one off the top of the turf.
And there's great concentration by Graves. He had an interception last week, has another one here. We talk about Penn State's ability to force turnovers. There it is.
Well, if you had Graves with an interception before Rooks in this game on your bingo card, congratulations, there you go. And this one thrown to Sapp on a little angle route, and Sapp's still fighting for yards, first down inside the 20.
Great job by Sapp, and I want to apologize. It was week 1 when Graves had his interception, not last week.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Graves to catch one 2 weeks in a row. That's asking a lot. We threw at him about 17 times in our game against him last season, and he had 16 deflections. Boudreaux with 5 yards on that one. It'll be second down and 5.
Great job by Boudreaux to get the catch and get upfield as much as he could. Just trying to keep them in a great situation here for second down.
I formation now. We'll see if they go back to the power back in Williams. You play action, blitz coming. It's picked up, and they dump this underneath, complete. And that's Macklin who slid out of the backfield from the fullback spot. First and goal, Nittany Lions.
And that was a great job by Riggs to get that tackle, understanding we need to keep living to stop a 7, hold them to 3.
And Papadaki looking here. Got it to Sapp. He's going to find the end zone. Nice route on that one. Got a little rub play. Sapp to the outside all by himself, and Penn State scores again.
Cyrus Sapp is having himself a night early on. He's had a great year also, but tonight is continuing to build. That's his second touchdown on the season as he's building himself a quite nice All-American argument early into this season.
It could be one of those storylines that need to be followed as we go throughout the week and the season here, as Tyrone White with a 30-yard return trying to set Florida up with something. And we're right back where we started just a few plays ago. Bear Michaels in this offense, they've got to get something going now. Still just a one-possession ball game, but you get the feeling that things could start slipping away if they don't get a good drive going. And this one is a Smith carry for 5, and it'll be second down and 5 now for Florida.
And just nothing was really there. Carlos Rooks came up to make that tackle. Great first down run, to be fair, setting up for a favorable second down situation.
You'll certainly take 5 on every first down play if you can get away with it. Sets up this second and 5 here. Then Michaels, he's going to take his shot. Has an open receiver, dropped, and then intercepted again. The same situation, and again Penn State with a big return all the way down to the Gator 30-yard line. Vaughn Ritchie this time with the theft.
And that's when Penn State has been able to capitalize. It's not been on their DB's great plays. It's been when Florida makes the mistakes. When I talked to Adam, he highlighted that the receivers have to hold on to the ball. Both times they have not, it has resulted in a Penn State forced turnover.
Now can Penn State take advantage quickly here? We'll see if they go for the throw and underneath and complete. It's Boudreaux, 9 yards. It'll be second and 1.
And over on Twitch, Ace West gets a 2-yard touchdown reception as OU cuts into the lead, 21-17, 2:04 left in the half.
And now on second down, Papadaki near side. It's Williams, and give him first down yardage. Just got enough.
And Craig Jones was the one who came up with that tackle. Great job to just get him down, limit how much after the first down.
The first and 10, they'll go play fake here. Papadaki looking, resets the feet across the middle, complete. It's Knight Rowe, gain of 14, first and goal.
Craig Jones again had that tackle, but great job on the catch and run.
He may have reached out and snagged that one-handed there in traffic. And now Papadaki looking to end the drive, and he will to Sean Griffith in the side of the end zone all by himself, and the Nittany Lions extend the lead.
Sean Graves, the sophomore, gets his second touchdown on the season. Had one last week, gets his second of the year this week. And Papadaki keeps just finding everyone around him to get the ball to.
And with the extra point here from Angus Osborne, they will go up now 27-12, a 15-point lead with 1:24 to go in this first half. And Florida on their last drive, back-to-back drives, interceptions off of drops, but that last one, it could have been a touchdown. That ball bounces off the hands of the receiver, and instead of watching him stroll into the end zone, we see it go back the other way.
It is, and this is a very young receiving core. They just need to stop getting so excited about we have a big play in front of us. Just get the play to start with.
And second down and 4 coming up. Excuse me. Had a little technical difficulty for me there for a second, and I'm back. Michaels with the shot downfield. This time it's caught, and it's a foot race to the end zone. No one's gonna catch him. That is a Gator touchdown for Colby Coffey.
That is a great catch by Coffey, and he is the guy who leads this team in receiving so far this season. And he's the guy they need to make plays. He's the senior. He's the leader in this receiving group. And he is setting a precedent that, hey, we can play here. We can respond. We had the lead. We lost it. So what? These are the plays we need to start making to give our defense a chance to get one more stop and continue to make this a great football game and give us a chance to win.
And Range will step out for the extra point, and that will be up and good. Cuts the lead back down to 8, 27-19, 107 to go in the first half. And we haven't seen a bunch of deep shots yet from Penn State. They've worked the ball, 10 to 15 yards downfield, but they haven't really gone over the top yet. Now might be that chance with 103 to go here in the half.
It is, but if I'm being honest, I like what Penn State is. I'm usually the guy saying, go for it. You have 2 timeouts in a minute. I don't hate the mindset of take it to the half.
And on 1st and 10, we'll see what they do. They will throw it. Papadaki, safe throw underneath. It is caught. Cyrus Sapp, and they'll call a timeout.
Craig Jones on the tackle, trailing Sapp. They're playing very much over-the-top defense, willing to give them these short throws early.
Back to the pistol, and again, Papadaki looking, and he'll take a shot this time. Sideline, out of bounds, incomplete.
And over on Twitch, Marco Wallace gets a 5-yard receiving touchdown as LSU extends the lead back to 11, 28-17, 19 seconds left in the half.
Wow, LSU staying in front of that in that one over Oklahoma. And now it looks like maybe Florida should be able to get the football back as Williams on the carry did get 6, just shy of the first down, but Florida one last shot here before the half to cut back into this lead a little bit more.
And there's a great job by Williams to just stay up as long as he could. Knew if I don't get this first down, I just can't get Florida that much time left with this ball.
And a decent return from White as he stumbles down after an 8-yard return. And now Florida just hit the deep ball. So if you're Penn State on defense, you've got to make sure you're playing over the top here. Can't give up a cheap one again.
You absolutely can't.
And Michaels, he's looking. He's going down the middle of the field. This one was well covered and still hauled in by Cullen Fletcher, 35 yards and a first down.
Big catch by the tight end. Gets them in field goal range already. Let's see how aggressive they play the rest of this drive.
Still have one timeout. They're going to hold on to it. Michaels floats this one out of bounds, incomplete to save the down and stop the clock.
I don't hate it. Penn State's chomping at the bit to force another turnover here. Protect that ball at all costs since you're already in field goal range.
5 wide here, and Michael's going to throw this underneath. It's dropped again. This one, though, does hit the turf.
I was worried because of the trend we've seen of drop balls being turnovers. Von Ritchie almost had a chance to go get it, but just hit the turf before he could get there.
And now fully loaded shotgun, 3rd and 10. Michaels, another drop from this Florida receiving core, and it's 4th down. And they're going to trot out Annie Range to test the name here and see if she's got the leg from 47. Kick is up, and it is good. Penn State was maybe looking for a cheap return right there, but Range just bashes it between the pipes, and it is now 27-22. Nittany Lions on top here with 18 seconds to go in the half.
And it was a great kick, and it was a great job by this Penn State defense to respond after that first catch. Obviously, didn't go well for Florida the rest of the way, but great job by Penn State limiting the damage after one play.
And now 14 seconds and just one timeout. And I think at this point, Penn State will go to the break up 5 and be happy with that. A big hit by Cutter Cash on Richard Williams once again.
Cutter Cash just wanted to keep building up his tackle numbers. Gets him to 11 before halftime and on pace to break the single game school record already.
And a quick note, the record I gave you guys earlier was all-time record. The modern era record is 20 tackles, and that was set by Kevin Walsh of West Virginia back in season 20. So we'll see if Cash can keep up that pace and crack that record. And we have hit the halftime break. Penn State on top of Florida here on the road, 27-22, but it has been a ball game. This has been just phenomenal because these two teams have gone at it, and we know Florida was the big underdog coming in, but they have not played that way.
No, not at all, and that's what I expected, right? Adam talked a big game. He was revealed on the podcast before when we got schedules announced that he said he could end the streak of Smitty winning the Smith Bowl if they didn't play week 1, and Adam is responding. He saw he was not just the underdog, but a big underdog, and is playing to that level. Florida just needs to catch the ball and keep playing great defense to win this game.
There you see rushing yards pretty much even, slightly in favor of Florida. Penn State's throwing the ball a little bit better. The 2 turnovers have really hurt Florida. Their defense did respond with a safety and has forced 1 turnover of their own, but it might take another turnover for this Florida defense to give them a spark, because Penn State, even though they're letting Florida hang around a little bit, it just takes one play to really get them going. And like I mentioned in the first half, it could start to snowball on the Gators, but they do get the football coming out of the break, and that could be a big deal with a chance to get downfield and take the lead, and a nice return right there from Bryson Richards.
Great return by Richards. Broke a few tackles to get every yard he could, wanting to set up this offense for success early.
Ball at their own 30. Under center is Michaels. They're going to go with Smith up the middle. A hit, slipped 1 tackle, and I believe Repko is the one that'll drag him down after a gain of 5.
Great first down run by Smith. We said it earlier, you'll take 5 yards on first down any day, and they got their 5 yards.
So now back to the shotgun here, and they'll go back to Smith, trying to stretch it near side, and it did eventually turn the corner and picks up 3. And we've seen this, Caleb, stretching these to the outside, not really advantageous. He's got to put the foot in the ground and cut it up sooner.
He does, and it was Barry Graves who got that tackle. Took advantage of the staying outside, not just getting upfield to get the first down. Great job by Graves.
So 3rd and 2, I formation here. Smith, the deep back, and that one, he didn't even take a step back. He didn't see anything he liked and just threw that into the bench quickly.
Defensive line just jumped the snap count, instantly beat the front 7, got rid of it instead of risking any bad turnover possibility.
So Penn State's defense forces a 3-and-out right out of the gates here to start half number 2. Tulliver with a good return, and now what kind of adjustments did the Penn State offense make in the locker room?
Well, I think it might be a bigger focus on this pass game. Cutter Cash is alone shut down Richard Williams tonight.
Well, they go right to Richard Williams, a little bit of a draw play, and Williams is going to pick up 8, one of his better runs all night long. In fact, I think it was his best run, 11 carries, just 24 yards.
And it was who else but Cutter Cash on the tackle, but a great start to the run game that Smitty wants to have a bigger role in this offense.
Now 2nd and 2. Williams behind Papadaki in the pistol. They'll go play fake, slight rollout. Papadaki off the back foot and fires that one on target to Boudreaux. 19 yards and a first down.
What a throw by Papadaki. Running to his right, threw it downfield. Great catch, tried to get upfield but couldn't, as the defender was just right behind him to not allow anything.
So 1st and 10, ball at the Gator 43-yard line. They'll go play action again. Papadaki looking back to that sideline, open receiver, and turning it back upfield is Boudreaux. Gain at 25. It's first down inside the red zone.
And Boudreaux is just 1 yard away from the century marker, just couldn't get that last yard to get there. And it was Tyrone White who got the tackle, tried to carry him towards the sideline, so if he didn't just go straight down, would have been forced out of bounds. Great awareness by the senior to just guarantee the tackle.
And now on first down, Penn State looking to stretch this lead. They'll go to Williams, and he's going to try and bounce to the outside. Eventually gets there and forces his way inside the 15, a gain of 5.
That was a hard-fought 5 yards. It may not have looked the prettiest, but it was a way to get 5 yards in a great situation. Craig Jones on that tackle.
Second down and 5. Stretch play goes nowhere. Williams hit and dropped by Buck Wild. His third stop of the night, first time in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Great tackle by Buck Wild. He had 3 TFLs last week alone. Gets his first one in the 3rd quarter. He is another problem in this run game that Penn State has to solve.
3rd and 9. Near side complete. First down. Fighting for extra yards and picking it up right there is Yaya Blackburn. 1st and goal, Penn State.
Blackburn came over from defense and said, I got you guys on offense. I'll help you out a bit, knowing they needed it.
1st and goal at about the 7-yard line here for the Nittany Lions. Pistol set. They'll go play action again. To the sideline. Incomplete. That one batted around and hits the turf.
And that was Craig Jones in coverage. You also had help from Trey Beckham coming up, and was just too much for the Penn State receiver to come down with it.
4 wide, pistol set, and it's Williams up the middle, runs through a couple defenders, hit, and at the 5-yard line, he will go down. It'll be 3rd and goal.
This is the Richard Williams we're used to seeing. He has not had a great start to the season, but this powerful running is the Richard Williams we've known to know.
So 3rd and goal, they give him the 4. Now Williams with it again, hit, and plows his way down to the 1. 4th and goal and decision time for Penn State.
Great job by Damon Riggs. They're going to kick it. I would have given Richard Williams one more shot at it.
I agree. I mean, you got Richard Williams back there, line it up, maybe go back to that goal line formation and see if you can't force your way into the end zone from a yard out. But Angus Osborne puts through another field goal, and it is 30-22, 5:39 to go, 3rd quarter. But Florida's defense did what they needed to do there. Eventually, they got off the field, only gave up a field goal. So, Caleb, still just a 1-possession game with some of the big-time missed opportunities we've seen from the Gators.
You see, I'm going to say it because it is an 8-point game. But in a situation where it was 5-3, we've come to the point where they can't tie this game back up again.
And now on first down, this one thrown to Smith out of the backfield, and he's able to work his way forward for a gain of 5.
Great job by Tyler Lee, but over on Tritz, LSU continues to make a statement, extending their lead 35-17 with a 8-yard touchdown catch by Lewis Faircloth. 4:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, Oklahoma maybe looking ahead a little bit to Texas. They wanted to be the team that shut down the winning streak, but they forgot about LSU tonight, and Florida trying now to get back into this one. Gain of 4 there from Smith, sets up a 3rd and 1.
And Cletus Jackson got involved in the tackle, the big defensive tackle. They need this first down, however, and just keep the chains moving.
So 3rd down and 1. And this one ripped across the middle by Bear Michaels, and that one again is dropped. I think that's the 4th drop pass from a Gator receiver tonight, and this one cost him a first down.
That might unironically be the most costly because they needed that first down there. This is a 8-point game, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion ties it. Now you risk Penn State, who has momentum, making a big play.
And a really good return here from Tulliver on the left side, and it's a 21-yard return out over the 45 to the 46. So a missed opportunity for Florida, and now great field position for the Nittany Lions. Papadaki turns, hands this to Williams, who's looking for some room and finds just a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a great job by Williams finding an area, Cutter Cash shocker with the tackle.
13 tackles, only 3 tackles for loss. Here for Cutter Cash, still 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Williams with it again, hit again after he stumbles forward for a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 5.
That was Caleb Colin who made first contact on that play. Great job by getting Williams down and setting up a favorable situation for your defense.
2-by-2 look here, and Papadaki looking to throw, slips one, throws this to the sideline, and it's knocked down, incomplete, nearly intercepted.
And I believe it was Aaron Grant in coverage, saw the open man and fully booked it, knowing that was the biggest play they needed. And Florida is able to get off of the field with that play.
Excellent job right there. And this one angling towards the sideline. Do we have our second? No, it goes into the end zone. Thought that was going to start angling towards that pylon, but Florida will get the football at their own 20. So 80 yards away from a touchdown. And they would need that plus a 2-point conversion to tie this thing back up here. But they have 3:47 here in the third left to work, and Michaels, quick slant. This time it is held on to by Christopher Fraley, and it'll be a gain of 6.
And Barry Graves makes him pay for coming across the middle, landing a big blow to bring him down quickly after the catch. His 6th tackle on the night.
And you know that could be a reason that some of these throws that coming across the middle are being dropped. They're starting to look down to see where Barry Graves is, and not catching the football as Michaels, and there you see it again. This time Graves dislodges the football, and head might have come off too.
Yeah, you know, we say, why are you dropping it? When Barry Graves is around, I can understand the business decision.
But if you're going to get hit anyway, you might as well catch it. It hurts a little less. And this one thrown far side out of bounds. That one sailed on Michaels just a little bit, and it'll be 4th down. Florida's going to have to punt it away back to Penn State.
Great job. And that drive was all off of the power of Barry Graves. Made the first tackle, made the big hit to force the incompletion, and set up a favorable 3rd down opportunity for his defense. And the defense was just able to finish.
And flag on the play, and I think, we're going to get that dreaded clipping call, and they're going to back it up 15 yards here. It's Grayson James, the guilty party. But, you know, we keep talking about, you know, Florida's missing some opportunities, but they're still in this game. Penn State has not been able to put them away. This might be a drive that could start to do that.
It is. This is the drive. Get up 2 scores early.
And now Papadaki looking. He's got a man, complete broken tackle down the sideline, still going. It's Sean Griffith, had the touchdown earlier, gets 28 and a first down right there.
Just no one able to tackle him. Great job getting past his man on this out route. Jordan was unable to do it himself. Comes up 1, 2 defenders bounce off of Griffin. Great job on the run, the catch and carry.
Ball down to the Gator 42-yard line. Inside 3 to go, third quarter now. This is Williams, and he will get nowhere. It leans forward for a yard, but a good job in the backfield that time from the Florida defense.
It was a great job by Buck Wild getting off his block. The generational talent shed his blocker quickly and just got home fast enough to get him to limit to a carry of 1.
2 in the backfield with Papadaki. Play fake here, and he's looking across the middle. That is complete. Nice catch by Sapp as he reached out to grab that one. A 13-yard gain and a first down.
And there's Craig Jones who met him at the point of attack and tackled him, bringing him down, limiting the gain to just a first down.
So now on 1st and 10 inside the 30 are the Nittany Lions. Tight end in motion, left to right. They'll set him up on the wing. And they will try and block one for Richard Williams, and he gets hit and dropped in the backfield. Shooting in was Aaron Grant, his 6th stop on the night.
Great job by Aaron Grant. But over on Twitch, LSU keeps the foot on the grass as Andre Johnson catches a passing touchdown, his 2nd on the night, 1 rushing, 1 passing, receiving, to 42-17, 1:25 left in the third quarter.
LSU trying to put that one away in the third, and this is a hit and a fumble, and it is recovered by Tolliver, but 3rd and 25 coming up for Penn State.
Wayne and Wild Wild made first impact. Wayne finished the impact, forcing the ball out. Wild got the tackle to make it a big negative for Florida. Just a great play by the two defensive ends they look at to make these huge plays.
So 3rd and about forever. We'll see if they just go conservative here. No, they're going to let Papadaki let it rip. And it is caught. Boudreaux holds on, but he may be slow to get up. It was good to see him actually get up there.
Riggs wanted to make a statement and just absolutely blew up Boudreaux, but Boudreaux knew how important that catch was to keep them in field goal range to extend the lead.
And Angus Osborne, that one from 40 yards out because of Boudreaux making that catch. He's able to put that one up and good. So back to a 2-score game, but only 11, 33-22. Penn State on top of Florida. 119 now to play in the 3rd quarter after the Tyrone White return. And it's all on Michaels in this offense. They just have not been able to find a rhythm here in this half.
No, that rhythm has just been brutal to find. They had it in the first half, but Penn State has had all the answers.
Michaels looking, he's going to take off on this one, and he's going to run into Graves. Graves, it will make the stop, but Bear Michaels with a gain of 14 in the first down.
Immovable object met unstoppable force, and Graves just went low, knowing Bear Michaels is a big quarterback.
Yeah, it's not often Graves has to look at a quarterback eye to eye, and this one is thrown into the stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Just couldn't find anything in the air. I mean, Graves 6'4", 255. It's where you get a quarterback 6'3", 285 running right at you.
2nd and 10, ball in the 41. They'll go to Smith up the middle, hit, and he will work his way forward. Gain of 2. Nice effort there just to pick that up.
Great job by Waylon Nelson to get that tackle. Cletus Jackson cleaned it up afterwards, but Waylon Nelson was who slowed down Smith.
3rd and 8. Big play here for the Gator offense. Fully loaded shotgun. Michaels rips it to the sideline. It is caught. And Colby Coffey, he had the big one earlier and makes a nice snag right there for a first down.
I saw that press at the top of the screen and got a little worried for Penn State. Beats it, but pays for it as Richie laid the boomstick to bring down Coffey.
18 yards to the Nittany Lion 40. 1st and 10 for the Gators. Michaels goes under center. Smith the deep back. Quick 3-step drop, throws it in the flat, and that one was well covered. Matt Gerhardt was just sitting there. He couldn't believe that he threw it at him.
Yeah, Gerhardt was surprised. He was in great coverage position. Did not think there was a world this ball was thrown right at him, and he would have thought he was the receiver the way that ball was thrown.
2nd and 10, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 15. False start on the Florida offensive line, and goes a little bit from bad to worse right there. Nearly turned one over. It's already 2nd and long, and now your offense is backing up.
Got to hold your water in those situations. You're trying to get them to jump off sides. You can't be the one who jumps yourself.
So 2nd down and 15. They'll go play action. Michaels looking, has time, and he's going to take his shot. Open receiver. It's got inside the 15, and a big hit right there from Blackburn, but Coffey, another big play for this Gator offense.
Blackburn is trying to give players tough bud. Some of these hits have been vicious. He had one earlier in the first half. Coffey took a big hit earlier this drive just 2 plays ago, takes another one sliding across the turf after this hit. Just painful, but he holds on every single time.
And it's 1st and 10, just outside the 10, ball at the 11. Looking to get this back to a 3-point ball game, or a 4-point ball game if they don't go for 2, I guess. And Smith will pick up 4 on the carry up the middle. It'll be 2nd and 6. And that will close out quarter number 3. It's an 11-point game, but Florida knocking on the door. 33-22, Penn State on top. You're watching the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. Welcome back inside the swamp. Nate Murphy and Caleb Allen set to bring you quarter number 4. And the way this one's going, we might have a little bit more for you. But this one thrown through the back of the end zone. Penn State's defense doing it again.
Pressure was just a little too much. We'll see how Florida chooses to approach, whether it's a screen, run, let Bear Michaels throw it, however.
Michaels will look to throw to the end zone. Open receiver. Touchdown, Gators. This time it's Fraley that holds on.
Great job by Fraley to keep the ball knowing they needed it. Now, will Florida go for 2 and make it a 3-point game?
And they will. And I think now that we're into the fourth quarter, I think this is the right time to go for it. 5 wide. Michaels looking under some late pressure and dropped again at the goal line. And Florida, I mean, that's brutal. That's drop number 6, I believe. And that keeps us a 5-point ball game, 33-28, with now 8:50 on the fourth quarter clock after the Yaya Blackburn return.
That is a costly drop for Florida. You had your chance to make this a 3-point game and just couldn't do it. Was worried about contact, not worried about tying, not worried about getting the 2-point conversion and setting your team up in a great position where a field goal would guarantee you extra quarters at the minimum if your defense can keep holding.
Now, your defense needs to come up with a stop now. Can't give up anything more than a field goal to keep yourself in this, or at least within 1 score. Triple option look, and Papadaki had a chance to maybe get that out late, but could not do it, and Damon Riggs makes him pay for holding on.
Absolutely. Riggs is the first one there. Cutter Cash just a tad behind. Doesn't get the credit on that tackle, but great job by Riggs attacking Papadaki.
Boy, if he gets it out there, there's a lot of room to work for the pitchback. Now it's 2nd down and 12. Papadaki will go across the middle. That is complete. Otis Boudreaux, 8 more yards for Boudreaux. He's up to 128 on 10 catches.
And it was a great job by Aaron Grant to instantly make contact, not letting Boudreaux make anything work after the catch.
3rd and 4. Big play here for the Gator defense. Love to get the football right back. Papadaki taking a shot, knocked down. Trey Beckham said, "I don't think so."
Great job by Trey Beckham to just turn around and swat that into the ground. Not wanting to give Florida even a shot at seeing that ball get close to a receiver.
So Penn State going to punt this one away, 4th and 4. And it will be fielded at the 31, returned out to about the 34 or 35, maybe 36-yard line by White. And we'll see now, can Florida do it again? They just drove it downfield, put 6 on the board after a couple of really nice throws to Colby Coffey. Will he be the go-to guy? Here's Michaels again. Underneath, this time to Smith out of the backfield for 1.
And yet again, it was Barry Graves on the tackle, quickly piling up his tackle number. Has 20 on the year, averaging 10 a game.
Fully loaded shotgun. Michaels looking, pushes this one across the middle. It is complete. It's Coffey one more time. 8 yards this time, sets up a 3rd and 2.
Good job, and it's an interesting situation if Florida fails to get it, if you want to go for it on 4th and 2, if that situation arises.
We'll see if they need to make that decision. They'll go play fake here underneath. Well, it won't be 4th and 2. It'll be 4th and inches, and that makes it an even more interesting decision. I think, well, they're going to, I would have punted away the way the defense has played lately, but they're going to go for it.
I like it. Let Bear Michaels dictate this game. He's your senior. He's your leader.
They're going to send a man in motion, left to right, set him up on the wing. Michaels, he's going to look to throw. Comes across the middle, throws it right to the Penn State defense. And was that Graves? Did he come up with 2 in 1 game?
It's a miracle. You know, Graves is not known for his hands. He usually gets 1 every other game if he's going to get an interception. Finds a way to get a 2nd on the night. He might have spent some time on the jugs machine before the game.
He looked like the intended target on that one. He was just standing right there. And now Penn State looking to make him pay in 1 play, but Cutter Cash, showing his range, goes and knocks it down.
Great heads-up play by Cash. Said, I know I am hunting these tackles, but my team needs this deflection more than anything.
2nd down and 10 now. Papadaki, he's still looking to throw it across the middle. This one is caught by Rowe. 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
If I was not mistaken, Cutter Cash was the one who quickly brought down Rowe, limiting the gain to just shy of. Oh, it's Buck Wild actually who stopped the 1st down game.
So 3rd and 2. A quick bubble screen. They will get the 1st down just inside the 35. It's Knight Rowe finishing the job there with the gain of 3.
Great job by Rowe, understanding where the 1st down marker was and just made sure to get past that point.
Now on first down, Papadaki looking, he'll turn, hand this one off to Williams, and he will plow his way forward for 6. And I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more 22 as this one closes out.
I would think so. Travis wanted to get him more involved, and Williams needs to be the guy who brings them to the promised land tonight.
Cutter Cash, tackle number 14. So he matches his week 1 total and goes and gets him another one. And they're going to give this one to Buck Wild. Cash was in there as well, but Papadaki tried to keep it on the read option and got swallowed up.
Great job by both of them, just took away the option. Penn State needs this first down here to stop a long field goal attempt from being the solution.
Papadaki looking, he's taking his shot, open receiver, and behind everybody into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And it was Otis Boudreaux who was able to make that catch. That ties him all time in receiving touchdowns for Penn State. One shy of the record, but a great job beating the defense deep to get that touchdown.
Yeah, heel tie Kyle Claxton with 16 career touchdown receptions. So Boudreaux will need one more to be the all-time leader on his own. But congratulations to Otis Boudreaux, and a great finish to that drive for Penn State, getting not just a field goal to move that back out to an 8-point ball game, but the touchdown to make it 12. So now if you're Florida, it's got to be 4-down territory the rest of the way. You need touchdowns, and then you're going to need a stop quickly to get the football back to give yourself a shot at that second score.
It is, and if I'm also Florida, if I get to the end zone, I'm going for 2. It sounds crazy looking at the score. If they get a 2-point conversion, it becomes 40-36. So worst case, Penn State gets a field goal. You can still tie this ball game up.
No, they got to get into the end zone first, and we'll see what their decision will be if it comes to that. And they're going for it one shot as this one downfield. It's Coffee again as he slips past the defense inside the 35 of Penn State.
Coffee is having himself a great night. Over 150 yards. He has been the premium target for this Florida offense. He had a 50-yard performance just about week 1. I think it was ended up 147 was the number. It is continuing to build off of an early season of great football.
And now they'll go under center here. We'll see where Michaels decides to go on this one. Taking a little bit of time here, and now they'll snap it, draw a play, and that one goes nowhere. Keith Smith swallowed up in the backfield. He'll lose 2 thanks to Riker Repko.
Riker Repko made a great job. Slade was also right there. Just nothing there in the run game at all.
So 2nd down and 12. Press coverage on the edges, so we'll see if Florida tries to take advantage. Michaels looking. Wants to take a shot. He will. Finally throws it deep. Got him in between the corner and safety. Christopher Fraley holds on tight, and it's 1st down.
Great poise by Michaels. Had the defensive player running right at him, the D lineman, and just ate the hit. But over on Tritz, Sebastian Oman gets a 3-yard rushing touchdown as OU cuts into LSU's lead 42-24, 3:53 left in the quarter.
1st and 10 here. Florida looking to make this a 1-score ball game again. Quick drop across the middle, incomplete. And looking for the big play there, but it is 2nd and 10.
Matt Gerhardt again made the big pass deflection for this defense.
2nd down now, ball on the 13. And this one is ripped across the middle, and this time Coffee can't hold on to one, and we have not seen that from him tonight.
No, we have not. Blackburn was in coverage, probably got worried about the hit that would come from Blackburn, remembering the one earlier this half.
Now 3rd and 10, and this one across the middle, it is complete to the goal line, to the end zone. Mario Taylor for a Gator touchdown.
Great job by Taylor to cut that upfield instantly. Had to get to the sticks. Had no one around him and lowered his shoulder as soon as he got to the 2 or 3 yard line and just got in the end zone by any means necessary. Now, if I'm Florida, I'm still going for 2 here just to give yourself a good spot.
Now they're going to kick the extra point here. 4:38 to go, and that'll cut it down to a 5-point ball game. 40-35, 4.5 to go in the game. And I don't necessarily mind that decision, Caleb. If they give up a field goal here, it's still only an 8-point game. So yeah, you'll need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and it'll just come one touchdown later than what you were looking for. But it is going to come down to this Florida defense. 3 timeouts, 4.5 to play. They've got to get the football back. Even better if they can do it without giving up any points.
Absolutely. And it comes down to how quickly can you get this stop? Can you get it instantly and give your offense all this time in the world?
Bubble screen, and it's Boudreaux again, but he's only going to pick up 4. Fighting off defenders, it'll be 2nd and 6.
And it was Damon Riggs who made first contact. Cutter Cash finishing the tackle, his 15th of the night, a new career high.
We might be saying that quite often about Cutter Cash, it seems like. And this one ripped down the middle of the field. Now it's a foot race. Can Sapp get to the end zone? He will finally be chased down, but Cyrus Sapp, 59 yards later, has it 1st and goal for Penn State.
Just isn't fast enough. The big tight end saw open grass and was trying to do everything in his power to outrun the entire Florida defense. Just couldn't do it. Trey Beckham, slightly faster than Sapp, but a great play nonetheless.
Now go give the big fella a little bit of oxygen. Let him get back out there to block for Richard Williams. And they're going to go read option. Papadaki stepped back again, but there was really nowhere to go on that one as he was swallowed up by Trey Beckham, his 3rd stop of the night, 1st in the backfield.
Trey Beckham all over the field. I think was the guy who made the touchdown saving tackle on Sapp, made this tackle. Now can Florida stay strong for 2 more plays?
2nd and goal, ball back at the 10-yard line. Papadaki looking, back of the end zone, out of the back of the end zone, 3rd down.
Just got rid of it. 3rd down, the most important down for this Penn State offense, a down they have not had great success in.
And now on the 3rd and goal, they're going to try and go to the screen. Williams hit and dropped in the backfield. He's going to lose 6. 4th and goal coming up. Florida has held to a field goal.
Just a conservative play by Penn State. Caleb Cullen read it all the way. Just said, no, we cannot have you score off of this screen. Penn State has to settle for a field goal. And the door is open for Florida to tie this game up.
And, I mean, would it be a Penn State game in season 25 if overtime wasn't a possibility?
It would not be at this rate.
The way it's gone for Penn State, and I do honestly feel a little bit bad for them. Being in those situations, it's always fun to talk about as a broadcaster or as a fan, but coaching or playing in these games, not nearly as fun as just getting to watch them.
Not at all. As the field goal is good, thankfully. Penn State would have had a crash out if not, but Penn State has historically been an overteam, this season at least, an overtime team. We'll see if Florida can keep that streak alive for Penn State, but it is way more fun on this end.
Here we go on 1st down now for Florida. They're going to get their chance. 2:45 to go here in the ball game. Florida looking to get that tying touchdown drive. They'll go speed option. Michaels has to make it happen on his own, and boy, he was hit hard by Barry Graves.
Barry Graves with a great tackle gets his first TFL on the season, something he was strongly chasing. But over on Twitch, we do have a final as LSU beats OU 42-24.
What a ball game to finish Wednesday over there on Twitch. A big upset. Now Florida looking to add to it as Michaels has to throw that one away. It's now 3rd and 12.
Just gets rid of it. Just doesn't want to take a sack. Good call.
Now, if you don't get this here and it's incomplete, maybe you punt it away. Oh, this is going to be caught in the field of play. Fraley for 9. So now maybe even with 3 timeouts, do you go for this?
I think you have to. I think you trust Bear Michaels.
Now they're going to put their trust in the defense. Von Ritchie with his 6th tackle. But Penn State's going to get this football, and there's only going to be about 2 minutes left to play. So with a full complement of timeouts, Florida can get the football back still. But this has got to be a 3-and-out, or Penn State is going to escape this one on the road.
You know, we've said his name all night. One guy can dictate this for Florida, and that name is Cutter Cash.
And Williams, we know this is Richard Williams' time, and he's got that first down out to midfield on a gain of 12.
Craig Jones with a potential touchdown-saving tackle keeps Florida alive.
And now here we go on first down. And Cash. Oh, no, it wasn't Cash. I thought Cash came screaming in, but Williams with a gain of 1, and it's 2nd and 9.
Good first down defense by Florida. They have to do it 2 more times, which is hard to do against Williams.
And now Williams just trying to work his way forward, tackled inbounds, gain of 1 more. So Florida can get the ball back with a stop right here, but they won't have a lot of time to work with.
No.
Williams up the middle, and he is hit and stopped by Cutter Cash. Gain of 2, 4th and 6. Florida will get that ball back and won't have great field position either, Caleb.
Nope, and this would be a big time for a for-the-brand moment. We saw how good Florida had one earlier. Let's see if Penn State can refund the favor and stick them deep in their territory. But we get to watch the clock drain for a bit.
And they will take this all the way down to about 2 on the play clock before they snap it. So Florida will have just about 1 minute left. No timeouts. They're going to have to go most of the field, barring a big return. And they need not just a touchdown, but a touchdown and 2-point conversion to send this game to overtime.
We'll see if they can get it done. I am watching Coffee. He's been the downfield playmaker tonight. Let's see if they can find it one more time.
Press coverage near side. And that's where Michaels was originally looking. He has to check this one down to Smith. He's hit, that's Fletcher, and it'll be a gain of 2.
Good hit, great coverage. They're just going to take the spike to stop the clock.
So 50 seconds to go, 3rd and 8. And they are still 82 yards away from even potentially having a chance to tie this football game up. Michaels across the middle, and it's dropped again. 4th down coming up.
And it was another Coffee drop, something we don't tend to expect from him.
Here's your ball game right here, 4th and 8. 5 wide receivers for Michaels. Blitz coming, picked up, taking a shot downfield, knocked away, incomplete, and Penn State will hold on.
Great play by the defense. Took everything away from Michaels. Just made him try to find something. And it was Carlos Rooks, the guy who had 2 interceptions for them last week, who got the play, batted that ball down, and said, "We are not seeing another overtime game this season. I am sorry."
42 seconds to go. Penn State sitting just outside the 15, but that is not the important thing. Is there you see Papadaki takes the knee. They'll have to snap it one more time.
They will, and that must be a refreshing position to put yourselves in at this point in the season, because they have not had the chance to do this at all.
Now, victory formation one last time here tonight. Papadaki gets the snap, takes the knee, and that will wrap things up here in the Swamp. Penn State holds on. Caleb, what a great ball game to close out Wednesday night.
Just an outstanding ball game. We come to expect this in the Smith Bowl because we know how deep this rivalry runs between these two. And Papadaki throws 3 touchdowns, a big total for him, as I believe that does tie him second all-time in Penn State history. But what a performance by both sides. Both teams came to play.
43-35, Penn State over Florida is your final. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner, Caleb Allen, for all of tonight's action. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm Nate Murphy, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. That wraps things up for our Wednesday night. Make sure you come back tomorrow night starting at 6:30 Central Time. On Twitch, you've got the Hurricanes and the Hawkeyes squaring off from Iowa City. And on YouTube, Clemson takes on WVU in Morgantown for their home opener. It's been another great night of action, and we will see you then. Good night, everyone.